So today we're going to take you on a journey and show you how I prepare this oven roast pork chops. Let me tell you, it was delicious. So welcome. If this is your first time, I'm delighted that you joined the family and welcome back to my returning subscriber. You don't know how we do it in Trina style. So it's Trina's way of doing it. So I was doing this for the first time. So here we have our pork well seasoned. I didn't put any onions or anything like that in it as yet. I put it into the top of the stove with a little oil just to get a little brown color. So that's what I'm doing there now. I made them a little bit smaller because of the size of my pan. Then once it has this nice brown color, I remove it and then I add the other set of pork chops. And I wasn't sure how long it was gonna take to cook, and I wanted it to be naturally brown on its own, so we use no browning, nothing. We just went ahead and just give it a nice little fry, and it got that color. Don't worry, we're gonna use a little bit of that oil later on to make our sauce. So I'm going in and I'm adding the balance of pork chops as you see me doing here. Alright. Once that is done, I take it and I put everything on a little baking tray. It was not a whole lot, so a small baking tray was good enough. Notice the color is nice brown, but the pork is not yet cooked. In another pan, and then I popped it into the oven and covered it. In another pan, I went ahead and made my sauce. The sauce is what is going to give it added flavor and color. So here we have some bell pepper, tomato, onion, garlic, and some thyme. To this, I just add some water, a little bit of seasoning, and a little bit of salt, a pinch of salt to taste. So that's basically what I put in my seasoning. I just cook it down. So I use the same frying pan. So whatever of the difference of the pork that was left in it, it assists in giving the sauce that added flavor. Now guys, for those of you who use pepper, you can add your pepper to it as well, but for me, you know, I don't use pepper. Of course, you guys know how to make rice and peas already, but if you don't, you can check out the rice and peas video that we have on this channel. I'll link it for you as well. So this is the first time after about half an hour I took it out, I realized it was not yet cooked. So of course I popped it back into the oven. I just flip them over. You notice the little juice is getting its own little juice. I didn't add any water, nothing at all. I just covered it with the foil paper so that it gets its own juice. I'm gonna cover it back and I'm gonna pop it back into the oven, and in another 1 hour I took it out, and look at that. You notice the color is changing, so it's getting brown on its own. When I tested it, I recognized that it was now soft. All right, so it tells me I can go in now with my added seasoning. So this is when I go with the seasoning that I already made. There it is, and we just add it on top of it, pop it into the oven for another 15 to 20 minutes. Oh my goodness, guys, I tell you, this is where you're gonna get the sauce and everything, because you don't want it to be dry. Okay, you want it to be nice and soft, and you want some juice in it. So hence the reason I do it this way, and I make sure everything gets some amount of it. I cover it and then I popped it back into the oven, and so I put everything on it, all the sauce, everything on it, because I want everything to be infused in it. So guys, this is the finished product after another 20 minutes. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God, I know you wanted it. Those people who eat pork. For those of you who don't eat pork, I guess you could do the same thing with your beef, your oxtail, whatever. You know, pop it into your oven. Let me tell you something. I enjoyed this meal so much. So it was my first time doing it this way. I always just do it on the stove top, but this is certainly a great way of doing it. Maybe the next time I just try doing it from scratch in the oven. I don't know. I'll guess what happened. And there is our rice and beans all done. And we did a little garden salad. We add some grapes to it, some tomato. You see all the good stuff, all the nice stuff, carrot and all. And there we plate it nicely for our Sunday dinner. So thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this presentation, go right ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you're this far and is not yet a part of the family, you can go right ahead and subscribe. And it's bye for now, guys, until the next one.